Good evening, welcome to Andaz West Hollywood. My name is Philip Daly, I'm the general manager of the hotel, and we'd like to welcome you to a great Andaz Salon event. This evening we're featuring the photographer, Robert Landau, and a great book that he's just published called The Rock and Roll Billboards of Sunset Strip. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Robert Landau, and I'm here tonight at the Andaz Hotel to introduce my new book, Rock and Roll Billboards of the Sunset Strip, which are photographs I took as a teenager here on Sunset. And I'm going to try and let people know, first of all, that these great billboards were all hand-painted by craftsmen. There was no digital printing at that time. In those days, most of the bands coming through LA on tour from other cities were staying at hotels on the Strip, like the Continental Hyatt House right here, Chateau Marmont, or the Sunset Marquis. And often, the first thing they wanted to do on their way in from the airport, before going to the hotel, was to drive by and see their billboard. None of this art remains because it was all printed on these giant wooden panels, and people could have bought them, but they would have been tough to store. So basically what happened was, they'd take the panels back to the studio, whitewash them, and paint something over. There was one exception to that, and if some of you maybe have followed my Facebook page, at the time the billboard, the Abbey Road image went up, about a week later some kids climbed up and cut Paul McCartney's head off. It was just a stunt at the time because at that point there were rumors going around that Paul McCartney was dead. And so they thought it'd be funny to take his head off. Well, Foster and Clyde's the billboard company, he calls the art director of Capitol Records and says, hey, the head's gone, what do you want us to do? Should we put it back up? And he thought about it, and he thought about the rumors going around. He said, you know what, leave it like it is. And the version without the head got a lot more attention. It was in papers all over the world. So they were not happy about it. But this head of Paul McCartney disappeared, and I decided to sort of have a little contest and offer a free book to anybody who could lead me to this head that's been missing for over 40 years. And the next day I get a call from the guy who took it, and I went out, he lives in the San Fernando Valley, he's hanging in his living room, he's had it all these years. And thanks to him, a little piece of this history remains, otherwise there'd be nothing left of the period. Many exciting new groups arrived in the 80s and were pushing their way up the ladder. Only now, along with the billboards, there was an alternative new medium available, one that was speaking more directly to the audience they were all trying to reach, and that medium was spelled MTV. First launched in 1981, the music videos quickly established themselves as the must-have promotional tool for emerging music groups. The money, along with all the creative juices that once flowed into flashy billboards, evaporated overnight, and from this point on, the Sunset Strip billboards would never again regain the same relevancy in the world of music entertainment. In closing, I'd just like to say that the artistry of the rock and roll billboards captured the spirit of an entire generation, but was witnessed by only a relatively small number of people. I was most fortunate to be there at the right time in the right place and to have a camera and an appreciation for both the music and the artwork that represented it so well. I am thrilled now to be able to share with all of you in my new book, Rock and Roll Billboards of the Sunset Strip. Thank you very much.